Hi, I'm John Olson. Welcome to Next Stop from the outdoor adventure capital of the U.S. Welcome to Central Oregon, an outdoor enthusiast mecca. Where else can you go snow skiing, play golf, and fly fish in the same day? On this episode, we'll also talk beer and wine, we'll take you biking, and we'll feature one of my favorite resorts. All this and more on Next Stop Central Oregon. The fun starts now. Bend, Oregon recently coined Beer Town, USA. Today we take a tour of some of the pubs with Let It Ride.
Hey guys, I'm Kim. I'll be your tour guide today. Welcome to the Let It Ride Electric Bike Tours. Today we're going on the Brew Pub Tour. So hopefully that's what you signed up for. As soon as you're on the bike and feeling safe and secure and ready to go, you hit that red button. Everybody needs to check first. Most important, make sure your bell works. Yeah. Okay guys, actually this is a pretty small place inside.
Should we all like put each other on each other's shoulders to get in there? That might be a good idea, huh?
Yes.
Oh, no,
I was going for it. And that's why they call it chicken bites.
She was going to do it, I like it. This is, everyone gets stamps on the trail, right?
Yeah.
Yours has to be the biggest.
It is the biggest, and it also works really well on arms.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Will that stay for the whole week?
For at least 3 years.
3 years.
Kind of like an ultimate henna.
So where's next?
Okay, we're gonna head to Crux Brewery, and this place is known for fantastic appetizers and a wonderful view of Mount Bachelor.
So this is probably the most unique and cool beer bottle I've ever seen.
On the label of the Tough Love, you know, it's kind of that oxymoron, it, you know, tough and love. How can you have the two at the same time?
So we got Double Cross, Tough Love,
Better Off Red, the Banished Better Off Red, and the Fruit Cake.
So this is actually your love story. I don't know if you know this or not, right?
Did you guys name this after my love story?
All right.
Cheers.
Here's to good beer and good times.
To tough love.
The Tough Love.
Tough love, but not tough tasting. So my whole life, I've been searching for the good life.
Found it.
And I finally found it. We are in the good life.
We're in the good life.
What makes this the good life?
Well, it's a local brewery here in Bend, and the good life is just having fun, being outside, grabbing your can of beer, your bottle of beer, and taking it with you, either it be hiking, camping, skiing, snowboarding, whatever you want to do here. There's awesome, amazing opportunities to get outside, and drinking beer is part of that.
It is part of that, and I love the garage doors that are opened up right now. It's a nice day. Everyone's having fun. They're enjoying
Yep.
the good life. You all actually live the good life. This is the appropriate name for a brewery. You guys live the good life here. Cheers to that.
Cheers to the good life.
Coming up on Next Stop, world-class golf and snow skiing in Central Oregon. What makes golf in Central Oregon so special? From high mountain to high desert, you won't find a better variety of courses anywhere. Today we'll visit a few of its premier destinations. Crosswater Club in Sun River is one of those bucket list courses you definitely want to play when you come out here. Josh, this place is very special.
What is really special about the place is we're built on 600 acres in our gated community, of which 200 acres are designated for the Owners Association, leaving us 400 acres, which 200 is the bent grass golf course and the other 200 are native wetlands and fescues.
This hole might be the longest hole I've ever seen in my life.
This is the longest hole I've ever played personally.
How long is this hole? Tell us about this hole. How do you play this hole?
It's 683 yard par 5. And it takes 3 really great golf shots to get there. And when you get up there, you're going to notice the green isn't the biggest green in the world either.
Really? Because I don't think I would play from this tee box. I think I'd play from that one way up there.
And I would go with you.
We're now at Tetherow, just outside of Bend, but I gotta say, this kind of looks like Scotland, Davis.
Well, it's a Scottish Highlands course. So
What does that mean?
It's the style. It's link style golf. So it's tight lies, it's fescue grass, and it's a lot of bump and run.
You're leading the trend. Tell us about the golf boards.
Well,
that's so cool.
You know, we like to consider ourselves not your grandfather's country club, so we do things a little bit differently. A golf board is a four-wheel drive, almost like skateboard / surfboard that will go about 11 to 15 miles an hour. It's just like surfing, or it's just like skateboarding. And you put your bag on the front, and it's got a bar, and you just wiggle into it.
I'm so impressed with the diversity of the courses we've seen today in Central Oregon, and Ed, Pronghorn is no exception. What's unique to Pronghorn?
Well, I really think it's the quality of golf that we have here with our Nicholas golf course and our Fazio golf course as well. It's very rare to have Nicholas and Fazio golf courses side by side.
And you've got the most unique par 3 on the Fazio course I've ever seen.
We do our 8th hole. It actually incorporates a lava tube that we discovered during the construction of the golf course, and actually built the hole around that specific feature. It's really wonderful.
I love your tee boxes over there, the little Pronghorn stuff. That's super cool.
Very unique. Yes.
Very unique. So you're from Chicago.
Yes.
What do you tell your buddies back in Chicago about living in Central Oregon and golf in Central Oregon?
Well, it's just one of the great places in the world to do both. The real interesting thing about Central Oregon is just the wealth of outdoor activities that are here outside of golf.
You hit it on the head. There's so much activity in Central Oregon. There's no excuse to not be in shape here.
Absolutely.
Let's go exercise.
Very good. Thanks a lot.
Smith Rock is one of the 7 wonders of Oregon and the birthplace of modern sport climbing. It's a great place for world-class climbing, family hikes, and amazing views of the Cascades. It's also one of the most photographed features in the state of Oregon. For more information on Smith Rock and the other 6 wonders of Oregon, go to visitcentraloregon.com. Mount Bachelor in Central Oregon has been rated one of the top 10 ski resorts for families in the United States, and for good reason. This is not a small mountain, but there's really something for everybody, Drew.
There is. That's one of our big selling points, you know. Very, very large mountain, 5th or 6th largest in the whole United States in terms of acreage, but we do have something everybody. Beginners are happy, our experts are happy on the backside of our mountain on those sunny powder days, so truly something for everyone.
So this isn't your average mountain too, we're on a volcano, right?
That's right, and that's pretty rare, you know. That's unique to Pacific Northwest skiing in general, but here at Mount Bachelor, you know, we are the tallest ski resort peak in the Cascades, and you do ride the chair to the top of the volcano, which is something that doesn't happen anywhere else.
You do not find better spring skiing than this.
Yeah, we like to think ourselves as one of the spring skiing capitals of America because the snow lasts so late into the season. I mean, you'd never know by looking at the place today how late in the season actually is. So many other places go down to dirt by this time of year, but it looks like midwinter here.
Okay, so we're at the top of Pine Mountain Express, and Drew, I feel like I'm in a dream.
Yeah.
This is so wild.
Yeah, here we are. This is technically the middle part of our mountain, mid-mountain, 7,800 foot elevation. And on a day like today, you know, the weather can't make up its mind. It's changing every couple minutes or so.
Makes it fun though. Keeps you on your
does,
toes.
you know, and 5 minutes from now, hopefully when the sun comes back out, the vistas are amazing from here.
Well, I think it's time we do a little shredding. What do you say?
All right, let's go for it. That was a fun one.
That was awesome.
Yeah, how about some lunch?
We're in the shoulder season right now. We're spring skiing, but the summer times are pretty hot here. What's new?
You know, we're really excited about summer. It's one of our new ventures that we're diving into, the Downhill Bike Park. We're so stoked that this July and going through the summer months, we'll have downhill bike trails, lift accessed, that we can introduce Central Oregon to, and we think that the community is going to be really hungry, especially in Central Oregon. You know,
Central mountain biking's huge. Biking's huge in Central Oregon.
You know, it's taken us 5 years. It's been a big project with planning and development, but phase 1's done and ready to go as soon as the snow melts, and we're going to be working on phase 2 as the summer goes on.
Tell our viewers why they should come to Mount Bachelor.
You know what? It's the full package, Central Oregon. We're a year-round destination now, and in the wintertime specifically with skiing and snowboarding, you know, you've got other things you can do in Central Oregon outside. It's one of the beer capitals of the world, great places to stay, great places to eat. You sleep at a comfortable elevation, drive up to the mountain to ski. It's just the full package.
Coming up, off-road adventure, one of our favorite resorts, and wine tasting at a local vineyard. Mountain biking has become the rage in Central Oregon, and for good reason. There's over 300 miles of single track. Mountain biking is just blowing up here, man.
Yeah, it sure is. We have, like you said, 300 miles of trail. There is everything from beginner level down near the river to extreme high mountain rocky terrain. And everyone has a good time here on bikes.
So what kind of trail is this? This doesn't seem like a beginner trail to me.
Yeah, we took you on one of the harder trails in Bend today.
Awesome. And I felt that way. I felt like a complete novice.
Yeah, a lot of rocks, a lot of roots.
So how long would it take me to get proficient on a trail like this? Realistically.
Yeah, totally. There's, if you get into mountain biking, the progression can be pretty fast just because it is so fun. You can ride beginner trail, and as soon as your fitness is going, you can do maybe 15 or 20 miles in a 3-hour ride.
So how long have you been riding?
I started riding when I was 14.
So just a few years then?
Yeah, it's been, gosh, I guess 20-something years
You just
now.
told us your age.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, it's great. I love riding, and it keeps me fit, keeps me going. Bend is a great place to live if you're an athlete or if you're just an outdoor enthusiast.
Thanks for this. This was awesome.
Yeah, good.
We're so honored to partner once again with our good friends, and this is absolutely my favorite resort in the world, the Sun River Resort, located in Sun River, Oregon.
There's a lot of great things going on at Sun River right now. We've actually just almost finished all of the room renovations, so we've upgraded all of our accommodations. So whether it's a shorter visit and you want to stay in our lodge accommodations, or if you're going to be here for a full week or a little bit beyond that, we have plenty of homes that we rent as well, anywhere from a 2-bedroom home up to a 6-bedroom home. It comes with a full kitchen, full dining room, and it's very convenient and comfortable for families that are going to be here enjoying all the activities that we have throughout this year.
How big is this resort? Because you can get lost.
It is. It's very large. We actually sit on 3,300 acres, so it's quite large, and it spans anywhere from private neighborhoods all the way down to the river, where we have a marina, horse stables, and our own airport as well.
That's awesome. I love the fact you really don't even have to leave Sun River. If you're here, you can stay for a week. You've got grocery stores, you've got restaurants, you've got pubs. The Owl's Nest is a fun pub.
We do. Both the Meadows and Owl's Nest is right here in our lodge for anybody that is looking for Pacific Northwest dining here, as well as we have a variety of other establishments within the village.
This looks amazing, Chef. Nicely done, nice preparation.
What we have here is baby arugula tossed in a blood orange vinaigrette, some roasted beets, pickled onions, candied walnuts, and Juniper Grove goat cheese.
Mostly locally sourced?
Mostly, yes.
Like it?
The entree we have done is salmon that's been wild caught, it's been seared. It is with the vanilla bean saffron beurre blanc. And for dessert, we're gonna finish it up with Marionberry cobbler with black truffle ice cream, caramel apple, bread pudding, and vanilla bean creme brulee.
I want to bring my family back here this summer. Tell us about the family activities.
Oh, there's plenty to do, especially for families here. Not only do we have the marina, people can go out on rafting tours or kayaking, but we also have our bike barn, so grab some bikes and go out for adventure for the day. There's plenty of bikes to be had. And also we have kids activities, so we have a Camp Fun Again. So if you want to drop your kids off for the day and really get them involved with activities and nature hikes and things like that, it's a great destination. And then of course, while you're dropping the kids off, it's a great time for mom and dad maybe to hit the spa as well.
Yes,
so
that's what I was going to talk about.
Sage Springs is a great destination for us to relax and plenty of treatments, great massage therapists. And if you want to sneak in a workout, we have a great workout facility as well there.
We offer everything from massage to body treatments, facials, waxing, and nail services. Some of my favorite is the Vichy treatment, which you're experiencing today. I like to describe Vichy as the ultimate rainforest shower experience.
One of my favorite things is the jacuzzi in the men's locker room. I feel like I'm outside at Smith Rock with the stars beaming down on me, birds chirping. That is so relaxing.
It is relaxing, and the hot tub is also saline, so it's easier on your skin, you're more buoyant. You have that transfer of salt, which is detoxifying. And one of my favorite things is the lighting in there. The lighting was designed to mimic sunsets and sunrises in Central Oregon.
I've been known to indulge in good wines, and I also love a good story. Today we find both at Marigus Winery, located just outside of Redmond, Oregon. And Doug, this is relatively new to this area, but your family has been making wines for years and years. Talk about that.
Well, I was introduced to it by my grandmother, and she started making wine and brokering wine grapes in 1941 out of Lodi, California. And my grandparents were all immigrants, so they were very headstrong on don't work as hard as we did, and the only way you're going to do that is by getting educated.
So how did you find this property? This is just, it's such a stunning setting.
Well, you know, it was happenstance. We were looking for the perfect spot. Drove onto the farm, and it wasn't, 200 feet down the drive when my mouth dropped. You've got Smith Rock, which is a beautiful state park that you're looking at to the south. And literally we look at 7 peaks of the Cascades. So I thought, well, that's great. And then I looked at the land and there was a south-facing slope, and that's what I wanted. The soil was perfect. It's volcanic loam, which drains really well, which the grapes like. The only rest of it was to pay the bill.
I found it very interesting that, you know, I think of Southern Oregon, I think of the Willamette Valley for obviously wine growing regions, but I didn't think of Central Oregon. This is kind of a pleasant surprise that you can actually grow grapes out here.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people, there was a large faction of naysayers that you could not do that. We're not at the finish line yet, but it's great to know that what people said that would not be able to be accomplished has been accomplished. We're gonna go for reds if that's okay with you, and
that's okay.
Let's start with this one. It's called Good Earth Malbec. Malbec is really becoming a popular grape, and there's a really good reason for that. Ours is very rich for most Malbecs that come out of Argentina. Thank you. I left it on the lees for a long period of time, 9 months. See what you think.
Oh, that's nice.
Thanks. And in here we don't hydrate the winery, so that means a lot. We lose a lot of wine, but it gets more dense and more flavorful as time goes on in those barrels.
It's rich.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it. I like all of them. You've definitely hit the nail on the head in Central Oregon.
Oh,
what a pleasant surprise. What do you
Thank you.
say to the people who are the naysayers when you said, you can't do this?
Well, my mother told me to be polite. The proof is in the pudding, you know, and come on in and enjoy it.
When Next Stop returns, I tackle a new hobby in a gorgeous mountain river. I've heard for years that Central Oregon has some of the best fly fishing in the world. Let's reel in some more information with Stillwater Fly Shop.
Welcome to our office here. Welcome to Central Oregon. We're going to teach you a little bit about fly fishing today in the backyard that we call home.
You mentioned the key word, little, which is what I know about fly fishing. Okay. I know very little about fly fishing.
Well, that's all right. We'll cover some of the basics today about casting, presentation, what we're trying to do so that, you know, maybe we'll pick up some fish. So what we're going to do is we're going to get you into some Gore-Tex waders.
Do I look the part?
You look the part. You look like you know what you're doing now.
I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get my fly fish on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll go down into this one area that's kind of behind us.
What's this river?
This is the Fall River, and it's one of the spring creeks that are in Central Oregon. There's 2 major ones, the Metolius and this.
It is so clear. I don't think I've ever seen a river so clear.
So let's just go ahead and go on down into this area over here, and we'll do a little casting 101.
Okay.
The basis of it is that you're going to have what's called right above you is 12 o'clock.
Okay.
In front of you, we want to stop the rod tip at about 10 o'clock. Behind you, 2 o'clock.
So am I letting go of this or am I hanging on to this?
Eventually you will. Just hang on to it for now.
So 10 to 2.
10 to 2. There you go. Keep going. Back and forth. Yep. Hey, you got it, John. So John, we're gonna fish this area right in here. You can kind of see some of the landmarks where fish will be holding. So we have this really light green area over here, and then kind of a darker green up above it with fast water. So for the most part, what's gonna happen is the fish comes up. You'll see the fish come up, rise, and grab it and pull back down.
Yeah, then what do I do?
Once we get to that part, then we'll talk through that. So that's a good cast right in there because it's moving up into it.
Thank you. I had no idea that we get to go for a nice hike too, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the enjoyment of it as well. You get to see a different part of the scenery, and so kind of the same thing what we did before is we're going to fish kind of this area right in here. Right into that section right there.
So Paul, besides guiding fly fishing, what else do you guys do as a company?
Well, primarily we're a fly fishing store. So I would say about 90% of everything that we sell retail-wise, rods, reels, waders, boots, coats, etc., is done through e-commerce.
Paul, I think I found a new hobby.
I do too. I thought you did really well. You picked up the sport really quickly, and it looks like you were enjoying yourself.
I had a great time. You know, this isn't about catching fish for me. It would have been nice, but it's not necessary. This is about meeting new friends and being at one with Mother Nature. This is just gorgeous.
I agree 100%. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for joining us on Next Stop from amazing Central Oregon. Wow. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, this is your Mecca. Thanks also to this show's sponsors, our good friends at the Central Oregon Visitors Association, the Sun River Resort, and Alaska Airlines. Next stop. Where will we take you next? Make good memories, everybody. Another fancy word, by the way.
Yeah.
Brettanomyces.
Hey, I was wondering, can we get somebody else that maybe knows a little bit more about the fermentation process?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Or knows bigger words. Brettanomyces is too small for us.
I know.
See any fish yet?
No, haven't seen any move yet.
Oops. Well, I just caught myself. Does that count?
That does count.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm one big fish.